Yeah. I just looked down, and it was 3:20. That's 4:20 on Brad's side. So close. Anybody listening knows this by now, but Brad knew this. He surprised me. He's like, I'm home and anytime. I was like, holy shit, it's 3 minutes from 4:20 his time. If I can somehow get home and I'm 2 minutes away. I literally parked because I thought there was parking filling the last 2 blocks to my house, and I ran. And nope, there was parking right across the street. And I know we didn't get the meeting started at 4:20, but I hit record on my OBS. It literally must have been the second that it changed, because I looked down, it was like 4:20 or 3:20 my time. I was like, click, and I was like, look, fuck. So the computer got on and everything, just so close. But you know, depending on how much Brad's got to say about it, we might be recording till 4:20 my time. So time zone wins. But yeah, all right, girls. I'm Brian.
And I'm Brad.
Clerks 3 non-spoiler review. I was literally coming home from watching it. How many times have you seen it?
Once.
Okay, add a 0 to that. And
yeah,
I just came from my 10th screening.
I know I joked about this with you in text and everything, but I'm pretty sure you're about half the box office numbers at this point.
Oh, thankfully not. I have not had an empty theater yet. I actually, yesterday, I was a little early, so I was going to just yell in the middle of the empty theater, Snoochie Boochies! And then the second I was ready to do so, someone walked in. I was like, where's my seat? But yeah, where do you want to start, sir?
We can start with the fact that we met up in DC.
Yes.
To go see this for my first time, your second time watching the movie.
And explanation for anyone who was expecting this review earlier or whatnot, I had the VIP package. I was there for hours afterwards, and by the time I got back, I could read the room and read the room inside of me. And I was like, whoo, we need bed. And then I didn't go to sleep for 5 hours. Actually, you had your whole sleep cycle before I did.
Yeah, because I had to fly out super early in the morning because that was the only flight I could get that wasn't like super late in the afternoon.
Woo. Any regrets about that? Or did it work out?
No.
Okay.
No, it worked out perfect.
We are very different people, and not only because I don't know what the context was when he was talking to my buddy Richard who was there, but I like walk into a conversation and I hear Brad say, yeah, I'm 245. And mind you, he's probably 2 feet taller than me. Exaggerating. But I was just like, oh, we weigh the same. That's not depressing.
Yours is all muscle, though. It's okay. It's all muscle.
If it was all muscle, I wouldn't be down to 238 by now. No. I did 69 push-ups today on a counter.
Exactly.
No, against a counter. All right. So, what was your take on the whole trip? Because I've made probably 9 videos about Clerks 3. So.
Yeah, the whole trip was a lot of fun. I mean, I flew out semi-early Saturday morning, got up there. We took a little side trip to kind of see some of the sites a little bit.
Get a little gift for Kevin.
Yep. So we got to see some of my first trip to DC. So I've never seen any of that stuff besides on TV and movies. And thankfully, Spider-Man didn't knock down the Washington Monument. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. We got to go see the movie. He did a really long Q&A afterwards. Then I didn't get the VIP package, so we went back to the room, and yeah, I mean, it was quite a while. I mean, I think he finished his Q&A probably around 10:30. I don't think he got back until like about 12.
Ooh, I can answer this because I record it. The Q&A must have been an hour because I had a video of me standing in line on the off chance that I would be. It was an hour. So let's see. If the movie started at 7:30, because I think it started late, the movie would end around 9:30, 10:30. Yeah, 10. That's what you said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I said between 10 and 10:30. Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
You got back to the room around midnight or so, maybe a little after.
Yeah, there was a.
And then I had Go ahead.
Anyone who might be going to another road show, highly recommended. Be warned. And I knew this. I got so fucking lucky, and I'll explain why. But sometimes Kevin can take one question and talk for 20 minutes. So there was not more than 50% of the people who got to do questions, and I actually got to be the last one in line, literally purely luck, because the woman in front of me decided to leave, which she offered me her spot, and I've been there before. I was like, oh no, because I'm not getting last place and fucking you over. please don't risk it. And then his assistant on the side had the seriously, we're 15 minutes fucking past, please stop, please end the pain sign for like 5 minutes, and she was like, well, I'm not getting this, so all right, have a good one. And so know that. And then VIP packages, I mean, I got to stay behind and ask him a question on video, and it's super special, but you will be standing around for an hour so that you get 30 seconds with Kevin as he signs one thing, and then you get photos afterwards and a signed Clerks 3 script. It's $125. Just so you know, that's all you're getting. You're not gonna. I've heard some stories of like the last person asking, want to smoke weed, and him being like, yes. So just know that. But that's not for. There were 100 people. No, not everyone's getting that story. So just be warned. The best bet actually would be to be part of the Kevin Smith fan club, which is as little as $5 a month, and you get to meet him beforehand. I had a lot more time hanging out with him that way.
Yeah, so once you getting back to the room after that, I mean, I flew out. I had to be in the Uber. I think it was at like 4:00 the next morning.
Dude, I don't envy you. I would rather have had my thing, which is for some reason I could not fall asleep till like 4:30 in the morning. I just kept thinking of the night, buzzing, and had one song on a loop in my head, and I was just like. But then I got to sleep for 3 hours or 4 hours than yours. Just the stress. I wouldn't be able to fall asleep with the stress of knowing that if I don't wake up in time, I'm fucked. So,
yeah. Oof. Yeah. I mean, I made it. You were still awake when I got up. So.
Oh yeah. I heard him get up, and I was like, I could totally jump out and be like, ah, but he'd probably kill me in self-defense on accident. Just a good Will Smith slap would kill me from this man. And also I didn't want to wake up Richard, so I just turned on the light on my phone, and when he came out, I was like, ah. I couldn't tell. Did that actually get you at all?
I wasn't expecting to be awake.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I was trying to be as super quiet as I could, just to run in and take a shower, and so that way I could be not so smelly on the plane ride. But
I can say you did not wake me up.
Perfect.
And you wouldn't have anyway. But okay. Anything else for our trip before we get into? So would you recommend the road show after your experience? And I mean, anyone watching the video versions can tell who's crazy here about Kevin.
I would say I think it was like $50 to go to the road show, and that was,
I guess, not including the flight, because this was a weird, there is an Orlando one that someone was asking if people were going to, which I think is close to you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I haven't looked at it yet, but I would say $50. I would say it's well worth it. It's a lot of fun. You can watch the movie with a lot of enthusiastic people versus, going to a movie theater and just watching it for, $20 at a local movie theater. Plus the chance of meeting Kevin Smith and just getting to have people asking questions. For the $50, I could have went up there and as long as it was early enough in line, could have asked him a question. But just to hear him answer the questions and, you know, kind of see different points of view and stuff like that, it was a lot of fun. It was well worth the extra money. I would say it's worth it. I would say for $50, it's definitely worth it.
Nice. And before we move on, I'll say one thing. I wasn't sure if they were going to do the same microphone setup that they've done in other road shows that I've been, because I couldn't see anybody up front. But as soon as the movie ends, the microphones are always near like the third or fourth or fifth row in each aisle. So as soon as that movie ends, I was fourth in line, crouching next to seats like a fucking creep, like to stay out of people's ways. I think actually before the movie was done. So yeah, you gotta prepare. Try to have an aisle seat if you haven't bought your seats yet. And if you don't have an aisle seat, as soon as the credits start, get out of that seat, be on the side. There's more stuff in the credits that I would recommend you hang out for. But yeah, if you want your question, you kind of have to come prepared. And that's all the knowledge I got.
I really doubt the extra stuff in the credits. And I don't want to spoil it for anybody that wants to go. But I really don't think those extra credits are going to be in the release of the movie. Were they in? Have you gone to a regular theater and seen it? And does it have the actual after the credit stuff?
Okay, so I'm not sure exactly what you're asking about, but for anyone who hasn't seen, there isn't a post-credit scene in the actual content of the film, but it's not a spoiler, I guess. It's a spoiler, but I'm not spoiling the details. Kevin Smith does a very, I would say, worth the wait monologue near the end over the credits. That is in every screening I've been to. Fathom Events, the premiere, this. A benefit of Fathom Events is there's like a 15 or 20 minute documentary about them making it afterwards that we didn't see in the roadshow, right? We didn't see that.
We did not.
Okay.
Nope.
Yeah. So if you go roadshow, you're getting live Kevin and Q&A, and for $5 extra, you get to meet him beforehand and talk to him. Or you can go, I've seen $13 be the lowest that I've seen, and you get an extra documentary. And I've stayed for the documentary, even though I'm on my phone. All 8 times so far, and I'll stay all the other. Well, no, I had to leave early yesterday.
Yeah, the movie was a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. I figured it'd be closer to 90 minutes, but it's closer to 2 hours.
That's what his wife said. It's a lot longer than I thought it was.
What?
So what?
Let's see. Non-spoilery. I would suggest that you watch the first 2 for sure, but I would really focus a lot on the first one. I think it pulls a lot of inspiration from Clerks 1. It does hit on points from Clerks 2, but Clerks 1, I think, is definitely where a lot of the meat and potatoes comes from.
Yeah.
So I definitely recommend watching both, but make sure you pay attention to one.
And this is coming from me, a guy who didn't like the first one the first time he saw it. I love this film. Absolutely start with 1. I saw it with my buddy Ronnie because my birthday just passed, so I saw it with a few people on different days, and he had not seen 2. So I showed him the last 15 minutes, starting with the jail cell scene. But what? No one's coming here for a non-spoiler review of Clerks 3 if they haven't seen Clerks 1 and 2. But if you are, don't fucking see this movie if you haven't seen the first one. That's just no. And please just try to see at least the last 15 minutes of the second one. That'll be the crash course.
Yeah. So, I mean, I would definitely recommend watching those. You'll get a lot more enjoyment out of this. I think if you were to not watch number 1 at all, I think you'd be really lost. I think if you just watched 1, didn't watch 2, I think you could get away with a lot.
Yeah. I
don't think you really need a whole lot, but I mean, 1 is definitely where a lot of this information, or a lot of the spiritual successor to this movie.
Yeah. I like what Rosario Dawson said. She told Kevin that it's a perfect combination of 1 and 2. And by that, I would take that to mean it rests a lot on the bones of 1, but it rests a lot on the heart of 2. And and it's just a skeleton with an open heart and no flesh or other organs, and it's very satisfying.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I'm good with that.
What is your rating, sir, on the dope scale or dope meter or whatever the fuck?
Dopo meter. I'm going with. I don't have the meter right in front of me. I believe it's mushroom, the one that's right underneath ayahuasca.
Ooh, I don't know if he artificially pumped up his rating to be because he knows how crazy I am about it, but I'll take it either way. Is that really how you like? No fucking around.
Yeah. It was. I mean, this movie will put you on a roller coaster. I mean, it definitely will toil a lot of your emotions. There might be a part in there or two that you might eke out a small tear. The most manly of tears.
That wasn't until my 6th viewing, and I won't explain that at all until the spoiler review.
So yeah, I would say this year, as long as you're okay with 1 and 2, I think this is for me probably the best of the 3.
I am so fucking happy because honestly, we did not get not enough time together while we were out there, so I felt bad. Like, I remember me and Richard went off to meet Kevin. You declined the invitation, and I was like, I feel so bad. He's just over there munching on his popcorn. No one's talking to him. He flew out there, and we're not with him, and we're running back like 10 minutes before the movie starts, and then I'm not there because I'm at fucking standing in line and making my weak legs hurt. My muscle bullshit. And then I get back, and I'm like, yeah, I guess we won't do the one thing we said we were gonna do for sure, and then I get to scare you a little bit maybe before you left. I felt bad, so I'm glad the movie did. And then if the movie hadn't connected, which I wouldn't have blamed. I mean, some people haven't connected with it. I would have been like, fuck, I owe Brad. Good. I don't know shit. No, I'm just kidding. No, it meant a lot that you flew out, and God, he's a specimen. You could climb him like a tree. God damn. He's just considerate enough to give you some vines to swing off of when you're up there. Some safety rope. But I'm glad. I would probably, if I was going objectively, I would go mushroom. Especially after 16-year wait. Holy shit. If it hadn't hit how it did, I wouldn't be doing these Fathom screenings. I'm doing a video where I watch every Fathom screening, which is why I'm up to 10 now. And I got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 5 more to go.
Damn.
This isn't a call for help. I just moved my contact. Fuck. Come on, contact. There you go. So I'm going ayahuasca.
Okay.
I think in my ultimate rating, it's a fanboy ayahuasca. Whatever. I think after, with the benefit of watching it relentlessly like a psychopath, Clerks 2 is gonna probably remain actually they're gonna be tied. Because Clerks 2, because I think it is a perfect movie. Like, there's some questionable shit that's said there, but every time that person everyone around is like, shut the fuck up, you're wrong. So if it wasn't constantly framed like that, I'd be like, ooh, no, this aged poorly. Yikes. But it's a perfect film, if not potentially triggering for some. Considering those topics. And this one doesn't have any of that. So safe if you're worrying about that. The one thing I forgot to say in my spoiler review on my channel is that it doesn't have any scandalous humor. But this one made me cry buckets. It hit my heart like fucking well, No. I was like, should I say Floyd Mayweather? Should I say Tyson? Those are problematic. Should I make fun of Jake Paul? It hit my heart like a professional, like John Cena might hit my heart. I don't know. He's a wrestler, but he's a sweetheart, so I'll use him. It hit my heart relentlessly. So I think there is more room, and it's not a lot of room. There's more room for improvement in this film, but it hits your heart so much fucking more. And all I mean by that is, imagine buying a 16-ounce Coca-Cola and they gave you 14 ounces. You'd be like, fill that shit to the top. I know you're ripping me off anyway. That's all. It is for me. Whew. Although I have seen a lot of people, most people who just didn't connect with it, missing the scandalous humor from 1 and 2.
I mean, there's still humor. I mean, it's just not as.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's still very funny.
Yeah,
it's just there's not as. There's not a.
Wanda Sykes. Wanda Sykes isn't gonna slap a bitch. Let's say that. I'll say the closest thing to that scene where Wanda Sykes is like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" is someone saying, "Ooh, they shooting this in black and white." They are African American. This character. They go, "Ooh, they're shooting this in black and white. I see a lot of white. I don't see the black." And it's like, that's fair. That's just a fair criticism of the 30 years ago or whatever. Not a lot of diversity. Poke a little fun at it. Bing, bang, boom. You've got 3 African American characters here now, and they all should be here, in my opinion. And that's how you do it. But no, it's not 2006 anymore. So anything else for this?
Nope, let's move on to the spoiler section.
All right. This movie may be a 100% fanboy ayahuasca.
Or else maybe a not as fanboy, but still really good movie, Mushroom.
But either way, this movie is, I'm so tempted to just say horny. Dope. Because movies are dope.